David Ritchie leads a fierce fight in the Northwest every summer. As the chief pilot for Washington's Department of Natural Resources, wildfires are his greatest foe. His team heads the air attack against them.
It's unlike any other type of flying. Not everybody can do it.
I copy 346. You're clear to lift the air discussion.
But David is well equipped, knowing this firefight can't compare to another battlefield he's faced. In the early 1990s, a young David Ritchie fulfilled his dream of becoming an Army Ranger. And in '93, he was deployed to Somalia for Operation Gothic Serpent, now known to most as Black Hawk Down.
Everybody was excited. Most of the guys haven't been in combat before.
On October 3rd, David's convoy rode into the city. The goal, to take out the local militia's leadership. We
did exactly what we went in there to do. It was basically when we were pulling out at that time, this first Black Hawk went down and kind of changed the mission for that day.
A firefight erupted through the city as rescue missions got underway. Then a second Black Hawk went down.
It's kind of dreamlike, you know, like it wasn't real, but just fire everywhere, rocket-propelled grenades going by, constant gunfire, constantly pulling people off the Jeeps that were shot and replacing them.
The gunner on David's vehicle was Sergeant Lorenzo Ruiz. Suddenly, he was shot through the chest, and David took over his gun.
That's probably one of the defining moments over there, is just looking down at him as they were working on him to try to save his life.
Sergeant Ruiz died, but David kept fighting. He didn't realize he was wounded until the team got back to base.
Nothing too big. I got shot in the butt. I got shrapnel on my Achilles tendon, a little bit of shrapnel on my legs. About 80% hearing loss in my left ear, and a couple cracked ribs from getting shot in my vest.
Far more painful was the news that his best friend, Sergeant Dominic Pilla, had been killed in the fight.
I kind of went around the corner. I had my closure of crying for that point, and got refocused and went back out that night.
How do you go back out after something like that?
Well, yeah, you have to do your job.
When the dust settled the next day, 18 American soldiers had died. For his bravery, David received a Purple Heart.
What does that mean to you?
It really reminds me of everyone that didn't come back. They're the ones that really deserve it.
After that, Dave became a helicopter pilot and flew Army missions for 15 years. Then he retired from the military, and 2 years ago, he became Washington DNR's chief pilot.
Bucket's at about 50 feet.
Now fighting wildfires is his mission, as he leads the airborne effort to protect our towns.
We want to keep them safe, keep the properties from burning up, keep people from dying.
Making sure that the stabilizer doesn't move.
He's tasked with training young pilots like Colby Hammond.
At first, it's a little intimidating knowing that this guy has, for lack of a better way to put it, been a national hero. But Dave's very humble. He doesn't bring that up. He comes from more of a standpoint, let's be safe.
Dave is relentless, and he's a perfectionist. He lost close friends that day. He himself was shot. He learned the value of safety and training and leadership.
I think it impacts everything, and you know, every day of my life and every decision I make.
A life of humble service from the battlefield to the fire line. That's left Dave with one focus.
And all that matters is what we're doing today.
The next mission. Above Washington, Gabe Cohen, Como News.